Yeah, I'm not saying all that.
We could just say he's awake. Yeah, recording.
Yeah.
Yeah.
3 of us.
3? We're a tripod.
Is it frozen for anybody else?
Nope.
Just you.
Oh, so I can't see anybody right now. I just see the.
Okay, I can see you.
There it goes!
Hey!
Wow, that was super weird. Like it was just frozen on the Wrestle Fandom logo, and I can just hear you guys talking. So today, this is the new trio of Tuesday nights. We killed the gentleman. We fed him to Frankie Stomper. We gave him. We didn't have issues with the Stompers. We traded Garrett. It had to be done.
Issues went away. Somebody's butt might be sore, but the issues went away.
There's no Frankie Stomper comments in the group chat there underneath Facebook or YouTube. We solved the problem. So from now on, Garrett won't ever be on Wrestle Fandom ever again. Until next week. He'll be back next week. He had a unexpected thing happen in his family circle that does not involve us. But that's that. How are you guys doing, company man Anton Rose?
I'm good. How are you?
I'm doing well, Patrick Blaze.
Patrick Blasey.
It's Blaze.
That makes way more sense. way more sense. So
I feel like shit.
You look great.
Well, you said you sound stuffy, but besides you sniffing like you just came out of an 80s bachelor party, you seem fine.
Yeah, my allergies have been kicking my ass for a few days. So, and today made it like today we harvested at work, so that didn't help. Fucking cutting 800 plants didn't help.
Oh yeah, let's
pollen.
complain about working with marijuana all day.
What's that?
Let's complain about working with marijuana all day.
Yeah,
that's true. You should have saw some of these fucking colas on this fucking lemon haze. They're like that big and like that big around, and I'm really not exaggerating at all. Like, yeah,
wow,
yeah, it was some good shit. But no, it's just so if I'm a little stuffy, or if I mute my mic and you see me off to the side, I'm either sneezing or coughing a fucking lung up. One of the two. Listen. Yeah. Garrett's not here.
Todd, I'm glad you survived the coming of Gozer, but if you mute and go off screen, I'm pretty sure you're going to be helping Gozer come.
Oh my!
I mean,
look,
look,
Logan's watching, guys.
Hi, Logan.
Hey, Logan.
Welcome to all of that conversation. I know it's wrestling, whatever. I'm just going to say this real quick. It is mind-blowing to me that people can say the dumbest shit. For example, catch me outside. How about that? Or whatever that stupid dumb bitch said that should be fucking thrown in.
No, you had it perfect. That's definitely not the first time you've said that, Todd.
But it blows my mind that stupid little things like that can make somebody so fucking famous.
Yeah, like Yeet.
Yeah, but Yeet's kind of like a
for life, or maybe Austin 316 just said.
But that's not stupid. That's not Hawk 2. I spit on that thing.
I mean, that was. Did you watch the interview? That interview was awesome.
It was a drunk chick that fucking admitted what she does in the bedroom,
and she was hot. Or is hot.
50.
I mean, she's no Liv Morgan. Let's not get crazy.
She's no mommy.
So let's hop right in. Let's hawk two right into it, guys.
Wow.
So this upcoming Saturday we have Money in the Bank happening. So let's start with a little smack dizzle, okay? And you see Cody coming out in his suit, which I feel like more times out of not when Cody comes out all Dapper Dan. Depending, like it's like a 50-50 if he's going to fight. And am I? Oh yeah, that's right. Sorry, I don't know why.
Yeah.
That's off. I hate porn. Ugh. Anyways, he came out in business, but he came out to handle business, and he immediately comes out and is trying. Like, I hate calling this the bloodline because it's not the bloodline we know and love.
It's the bloodline 2.0.
Did anybody see Logan's comment?
No, what?
I don't have my shit up. It fucks with my. I just don't have it up.
Logan said, "Spit on that thing."
Yikes.
He's too young for that. Joe, get your kids off the fucking internet.
Yeah.
Restrict their access.
Yeah, he's 13. I remember what I was doing at 13.
What were you doing?
He was going to church.
So you tell me.
He was going to church and reading the Bible. That's
So,
exactly what Joe was doing at 13.
Yeah. Me and Drew had Bible study every day after work.
It's true. It's true.
So then you had the NYPD escorting Cody, our boy Randy, and KO out of SmackDown after this big battle thing. Then we had the women's triple threat Money in the Bank qualifying match between Jade Cargill, Candice LeRae, and it's Tiffany Stratton. And we saw our girl Tiff come away with her ticket to Money in the Bank. And
Tiff's ticket
may have had an assist from the irresistible force herself, Nia Jax.
So we talked about it, and I legitimately thought this was just like Spectrum or whatever, but the screen a few different times went black, which pissed me off because
throughout
it
the whole
was touching
show.
shit. Yeah.
Yep.
But that time, and I know I said it in the group chat, but it was because there was a little kid flipping her off. Again, I'm sorry, but if you're letting your children watch wrestling, you know, girls that are fucking half naked, you know, fucking bleeding and people bleeding and shit, if you're gonna censor somebody flipping somebody off, like you got your fucking your shit all wrong. Like it's just, so it'll be nice next year when they go to USA with SmackDown, even though there'll still be some censorship. I feel that SmackDown more or USA more just kind of censors audio. I've never seen them cut video feed on like Raw. It's mostly just like when people chant "Holy shit!"
And that confused me too because I watch on the Spectrum the app for cable, and I thought like my internet was fucking up, and I'm like, what the fuck? But then you realize, and then like the articles and the reporting all came out. I think it's a dumb way to do it, and I get it. There's like I think what is it, a 12-second delay between actual live and what we see. But like literally all you got to do is have a dude sitting there watching SmackDown being like, oh shit, hold. And like they probably get paid more money than all of us.
Combined.
Yeah, but it's Fox and they suck ass anyway.
It might.
So what do we think of this match, guys?
What match was it?
It was the women's qualifying match.
I'm not.
Tiffany Cargill.
That one. Right. Tiff,
Hey,
great
Todd,
job.
you might want to go like this because your stoner's showing.
And you know what the funny part is I literally took 2 hits earlier, like when I got home, and haven't smoked since then because my lungs are all fucked up. So like I'm sober as shit right now. I mean,
You just smoke through it. Just smoke through it.
Yeah.
Just smoke through it.
I'm not okay. I don't mind Tiffany Stratton. I don't feel like she has deserved that yet. I think she's a good wrestler. Yeah. I don't think who else was in it besides Jade?
Candice LeRae.
To me, it should have gone to one of those two, but I still think they're eventually obviously setting something up for Jade and Bianca. which I hope they do because I think that'll be a good program between those two. I like Jade better in WWE than I did in AEW. Honestly, I
concur with that.
I had no fucking use for from what I used to watch over there. Like I really hadn't. I just kind of thought her character was fucking stupid and she was just kind of a bitch. But like I like her in WWE. I like her character. It's not too over. I feel like it's more like who she is as a person. And you know,
well we've talked about this. This is what WWE. This is why WWE is the better product than AEW because they're able to balance the wrestling with the storytelling and actually we'll give it at this point in time a 75% decent to good storyline going on. And I think Tiffany Stratton will be up there, like will be part of this generation. She'll be one of their top ones, and I think eventually she will have earned that ticket. But I think it's kind of like with Roman Reigns. Like they kind of gave him the keys to the kingdom before he really deserved it. But he's proven now that he deserves it.
Now look at him. Holy crap. He can do what he wants.
Sure.
Right. Then we had the men's qualifying Money in the Bank match with LA Knight, Logan Paul, and Santos Escobar. And I found it very, very interesting that our boy LA Knight won. Scott Stomper just said we want Garrett. Garrett Smith.
Go find him.
You have him tied up in your basement.
I know. You guys didn't have him.
I kind of was figuring it was either going to go to Santos or LA because why would you give Money in the Bank to a dude that's already holding a fucking title who honestly really doesn't deserve that title, let alone deserve to have it as long as he has had it.
Right.
So like I kind of figured / hoped he wasn't going to win that. But this is the second year in a row that fucking LA Knight's been in that match. So will this be the year he actually does it? Because to me, you put somebody in the same, like that type of match, you know, multiple times and you keep having them lose. It's kind of fucking old hat and kind of a dick move.
Right.
You know, LA Knight deserved it last year more than anything, which sucked because obviously that was still the Vince era or end of. Mm-hmm. So I think if Triple H was in charge last year, LA would have won that shit, and he would be some sort of champion right now. Honestly,
I agree, and like it was a fun little match. The two dudes from the Pacers, you know what I mean, were like there with Logan Paul and like
it was the Pacers and the Knicks, right?
Yeah,
and Brunson from the Knicks wasn't gonna let Hellborn fucking give Logan Paul like it was cool. Like I enjoyed it. I'm glad LA Knight's gonna be in Money in the Bank. That's I love the dude. And then we had Naomi, Indy Hartwell, and Blaine Davenport going for the other women's spot. And I think we all knew who was winning this.
Who did win that?
Naomi won.
Okay, that's what I thought. I was at that point in time. I'm usually fucking half in the bag.
And then
because I didn't know who that other chick was.
It was a decent match. Right, exactly. But the last part of SmackDown, I'm not even going to say what happened. I am just going to play the video because I got a lot to say about this. Right hither.
Look at that face.
Still was perfect.
Don't forget to chew your gum.
Yeah.
Practice eating food.
Sneak into. Oh, that's a really. Oh my gosh. guys.
The dedication that man has to that industry, not that company, just that industry,
Bro,
is insane.
get the dude an Oscar. Like, what he's been doing the last couple weeks.
Years.
Years. Well, I'm just talking about the performance, like this whole solo thing. If you take all those clips and make it into a little documentary, like he looks great. He looks like he was just crying and up all night. And Paul, they killed Paul Heyman. Now, here's my speculation here. Is this the catalyst that brings Roman back next week?
No. Nope.
Or
Absolutely not.
Money in the Bank.
It'll be a long time.
Yes, I don't think he's going to be back soon.
If it was Vince, yes. Triple H, no. That's going to be a Survivor Series thing. He's not going to come back until Jimmy is cleared to come back and they can do their whole thing for like a Survivor Series or whatever match they do.
Well, that's what I see it happening at SummerSlam to lead up to. No, I see Roman coming back, and then the Usos align with Roman, and then it happens at Survivor Series. The two factions.
I don't think they will because there's too much going on right now that if they do that, it's going to take away from a lot of the other storylines that are going on. So like Wyatt stuff, like, you know, they have to like get established with a lot of these other things before they just throw Roman back in the mix. I could be wrong, but if Triple H was smart, he would just let it go for a few months. And then when people aren't expecting it, to have him fucking show up or something, put the Bloodline in some crazy match or Solo in some crazy like title match, and have Roman come out and screw him over.
So I want you to listen, and the reason I think it might play out this way is just the timeline of leading up to Mania. So we know for Mania they want Roman versus The Rock. All right.
Yep.
So the setup for that will be probably Royal Rumble, where either DJ's revealed to behind Solo's whole thing. All right. So you need something. So Survivor Series is when you should have the OG Bloodline versus the new Bloodline. And like the 4 versus 4, think about it. They even bring Sammy back into that. Like that's awesome, you know? And Survivor Series will be November, right?
Correct.
Yep. So first, and so there's one other pay-per-view in between SummerSlam and Survivor Series? There's 2?
It'd be September and October.
Yeah.
Okay. So I can see.
Something else.
So who from the Bloodlines wrestling at Money in the Bank?
Nobody that I can think of.
Jay? Do we count Jay? Or you mean
no
2.0?
Current Bloodline.
I
don't think anybody is.
So then you wouldn't have Roman come back. It'd be the next pay-per-view that the Bloodline is wrestling at is when you would have Roman come back to lead, like, at SummerSlam, or you know what I mean, to lead up to that. Because now that Paul's out of the way, you're gonna have you'll probably have Solo lead up to a match with whoever he's feuding with to happen at SummerSlam. I can see Roman coming back at SummerSlam and spending the next 2 months bringing that OG Bloodline back together to face off at Survivor Series, and then at Rumble or whatever, it probably would be before Rumble, Dwayne's revealed to be the leader of this other bloodline, and he considers himself head of the table, the true tribal chief. And Roman either has to like go through and win the Rumble, something along those lines, a match at Rumble to lead up to Mania. That, like, I know I was a little long-winded, but do you get why I was saying like time?
Yeah, but the problem is like they don't have anybody against like the bloodline. There's no story. There's nobody that's really been like feuding with Solo. There's been people that have been like, I want the bloodline, but they haven't actually established any direct storyline between anybody in this new current bloodline and anybody else. It's just been basically it's been them systematically just adding their people so they have their full group.
Right.
And then from here they're gonna obviously, but again, I can't remember who they've attacked that's been like, I want the bloodline, but it seems like whoever that is still like in another storyline.
Wasn't it Final Judgment Day?
What's that?
Hey, so wasn't it the Final Judgment Day?
Yeah. Something.
But yeah, like, yeah, you do have, and like that's another route they could go for Survivor Series also, as Cody, Orton, KO, and Roman versus the Bloodline. You know what I mean? Like, I don't see it going.
I think it should be like Roman, Jimmy, Jay, and Sammy versus
I agree.
2.0. That would make for a better program, a better pay-per-view, and just a better storyline. Like, it would just make more sense. It would just make, especially if now he's basically saying like, screw Roman. I don't acknowledge him as shit.
He said Roman's never coming back.
Yeah.
Roman's never coming back.
You're never coming back.
Did you guys see what happened after SmackDown?
I did not.
What happened
Cody?
after SmackDown?
So Cody came out because, he was escorted out of the building. But Cody came out and then he was talking about how his dad won the championship there, blah, blah, blah. And then one of the staff members came out with a black bag, and it was the belt his dad had won. And so he, got up on the whatever and held it up and all that good shit. So I thought that was pretty neat, to be honest with you.
Yeah, I did see that on there.
Oh.
And then,
I saw it, but I didn't see the clip.
And then that leads us into a little word from our sponsors. And this week, like every week, we are sponsored by...
Have you ever found yourself in the need for some screen printing? What about some vinyl work? Well, we have the spot for you. Seasonal Sports, 215 Oriskany Boulevard in Whitesboro. Has all your needs. Go see Fred at Seasonal Sports.
Can't hear you.
So, we'll go into... where is it? Go ahead, Drusuf.
My turn? I get to go? I can talk now. Oh, fellas. Are you ready for the Raw Rundown? Oh, my God. We're in Boston. Who cares? You won another championship. Get out of my face with that. I don't give a hoot, okay? We started the night off with a yeet. Fireflies? What? Gable was bumbling, stumbling. We get it. He's scared. Come on now. Go get your boy. New Day. Cross this off our list, please. Cross looks like a chump. Final. L's in the name. Stop giving us these guys if you're gonna bury them. No sense. Mommy is gonna be big mad. Baylor versus Priest heat coming? Holy crap. Also, did you hear the news about Nia Jackson Tinder? She got on there. She saw Baylor. She's like, that's enough for me. I'm out of here. Then we had the tribute video again for Sika. R.I.P. Then we had Zelina Vega versus Morgan. She was winning that match all the time, right? How are you going to make us think she wasn't going to lose? I mean, wasn't going to win? I don't even know what I'm talking about. You know Liv Morgan was winning this match. Come on now. Come on. Then, when Rhea comes back, there's going to be an eruption. Believe that. Celtics chant. Barf. Zoe gets a W? Holy crap. Sign me up for that, please. People just can't get behind her, but I'm a huge fan. I had to cross this part off my list because I believe that our Blaze boy over here is going to be talking about that. So I'm going to skip a couple things. Creed Bros, they're joining Gable, no doubt in my mind. But they got a little bit of work, apparently. I hear there'll be a blood sport or some MMA event. So that's fine. Then we got Mysterio versus Mysterio. We get it. Father, son, they're disgruntled. They don't get along. Move on, please, for the love of God. And what's the deal with LWO? Like, what? Why do they even exist? They don't do anything. Then we had a video. I've skipped a couple of things because they whatever, but you know. But we had a video where Sheamus talks about how he's still hungry. Like, yikes, read the room. People are making fun of you. More power to you for embracing it, but please don't feed the trolls. I thought we learned this. Then we had Braunberg versus Sammy coming up at Money in the Bank. Then we had Braunberg. Is that Braunberg? Steiner? Braunberg hits him with a spear, which I think was Goldberg's move. Yeah, it was. It was Goldberg's too. And then he missed the second one because Sammy, he's got the moves. He's got the looks, baby. Okay? You can't stop this guy. He leapfrogs. He jumps out of the way. Breaker hits the steps. But it doesn't matter because Breaker gets him again on the third time. I think Sammy Uso is winning that match. I think Braun Breaker is going to get a lesson in about being a young pup. And maybe one day he'll be able to be the Dogface Gremlin 2.0. But that day's not today. Or whenever Money in the Bank is. Was that Saturday? Sunday? I can't remember anymore.
Saturday.
I had many hits to the head. Thanks. Saturday. Then we had DM Hunk wins his triple threat match. That's right. Drew McIntyre, baby. Again, for those that don't know, our names are the same. They're Drew. We're both Scottish. And we both like wrestling. He's way more accomplished, of course. But hey, I'm a huge fan. Anyways, they're building up Dragunov to be huge. I think he's going to be great for a while. And then, do we think DM Hunk is going to leave Money in the Bank as the champ? That's been the Raw Rundown.
No.
Well, Drew, so thank you for that.
I think Punk's going to screw him over and it's going to set them up for SummerSlam.
Or Logan Paul's going to screw over LA Knight.
Oh, so much.
That's why
so
LA
much.
Knight won, right? Because Logan Paul's already got the belt, like you said. I think he could do a two-belt guy. But hey, that's me. I'm a little biased.
I think Jay's going to win.
I think Jay's going to win. You're bringing me down, Joe. You're bringing me down.
It's going to be Jay Uso. You know it. I know it.
Let me get it.
Yeet. All right, let's take a walk on the supernatural side. And Todd, why don't you give us
Hold on, my dog doesn't want to be up here anymore.
No, bring the dog back.
He doesn't want to be here.
Later, Dr. Bones.
What are you doing? You're fucking weird.
I'm a doctor, not a fool, man.
So yeah, what I'm loving about this is
All of it.
they're not beating it to death, this Wyatt thing. They didn't even mention it on SmackDown. Like nothing, no video, no talking, nothing. It was not mentioned. Great, because you beat a dead horse. You know, the Vince era just beat dead horses too much, and it got fucking old and whatever. I also enjoy.
Is there a new allegation on Vince?
What?
Was he caught beating dead horses?
Yes.
Maybe. Fuck, now I lost my train of thought. See what happened?
You're beating dead animals.
Oh, so what I also like is they're not doing all this at the end of the show.
Right.
Yeah,
They're not
I agree with
making you
that.
sit through the whole show to watch it. They're kind of splitting it up. So again, which obviously Chad Gable is the target for them at this point in time, which I'm good with. Like, that's cool. I enjoy that Jay was like, I gave Unk the Fireflies back. I'll take the mosquitoes. I'll take the cockroaches. I want nothing to do with the Wyatts. Like, that was great. So yeah, then, you know, the classic power goes out, spotlight, the piano or whatever, and then the smoke. Chad gets all whatever, tries to leave. One of the figures is in one of the doors. There's another door. There's so many doors. I don't know where all these fucking entrances came from all of a sudden.
It's the multiverse.
Yeah, and then he takes off, and then what we presume as Sister Abigail, same thing as last week, gives Michael Cole a box, VHS tape in it that says "Play Me." Later on in the show, which I slept through, so I had to go on Facebook and watch it. They played the video, which was again, I'm assuming he's going by Bo. No one's actually clarified that yet.
I believe in him still.
So, and they might honestly change it because of that. If he went by his real name, which I believe is Taylor, I would be okay with that because I think what would happen is you would get the stupid Bo leave chance and it would just ruin
it would.
all of that shit. It would just kill it. So it's him and Uncle Howdy talking. What's that?
Sorry. Or you super embrace it. Give it right back to him. I don't think it would work for that, but sorry.
Yeah, I think it would just kind of either fall flat or it would just suck the momentum out of what they're trying to do. So it's him and Uncle Howdy talking again. They made it more clear in this one that they were in the Firefly Funhouse. The door kind of pulled a Zool type shit from Ghostbusters where it lit up around it and whatever. Basically, the long and short of that video was the realization that Bo is Uncle Howdy. It all came together and it kind of pieced together that they were both, they are one and the same. And then it ended, which again, they're doing it very well. They're not, in my opinion, they took a little longer than they should have to get into the whole thing. But now that they have, they're not going crazy with it. They're not being stupid with it. They're not forcing it. You haven't seen anybody wrestle. You've barely seen them, period. Uncle Howdy's the most you've seen out of any of those characters besides Sister Abigail, whatever. But it's been nice to not have it just shoved down your throat. And again, splitting it up where you do something towards the beginning of the show. This was literally 10 minutes into the show, but then have something a little bit later in the show, but not forcing people to fucking sit there and wait, because some people do go to work and have to get up early, or somebody else goes to work in the middle of the night, so people aren't missing stuff, people are able to catch the shit that, that they're looking for. So I still give this whole thing an A so far because they are just, they're doing it the right way. Triple H is being smart. If it was Vince, either it never would have happened in the first place, or it would have taken forever and then he would have tried to fucking rush it and then it would have just fallen apart. And that's kind of what happened with the whole Bray thing, when he came back. And I know he got sick and stuff like that, but it took forever. And then it was trying to get a bunch of shit happening, and then it obviously fell apart for numerous reasons. But booking wise and the way Vince was running it, just it was stupid. He just, everybody was waiting for him because it wasn't like Bo, where we all knew Bo was still with the company. He obviously was just taking time off, whatever. Bray got fired, so when they brought him back, that was a big shit. It wasn't just and then they dropped the ball on it. Yeah, and then they just fucking completely fucked it up like Vince did everything else. So yeah, that's the Wyatt so far, and I think it's good compared to what some people fucking that douchebag Jim Cornette says. Fucking tool.
And that's why it's good so far.
All right, so for the men's Money in the Bank ladder match, we have King Yeet himself, Jey Uso, Carmelo Hayes, Andrade, Chad Gable, LA Knight, and DM Hunk himself, Drew McIntyre. I said my pick. It's Jey Uso. It's got to be Jey Uso.
LA Knight.
I'm torn between Jay and LA Knight, to be honest with you, because I wouldn't mind seeing either of them win it. The rest of them, meh. And like I said, I really think that some way, somehow, because again, you haven't seen Punk in a while, since he got beat up. So what better way for him to come back and screw Drew over and just set it up for SummerSlam? Because I'm pretty sure he's clear or will be cleared by SummerSlam. So I'm kind of hoping that happens. I want to see their match.
That's what I see that happening, and I'll stick by my guns with Jay. Drew says LA, and Todd says
50-50. I really can't decide. It's either going to be Jay or LA. I don't.
You got to pick somebody, Todd.
All right, we're going to go with Jay. No, like both combined, like as one. Jay.
Yeah.
So for the women's, we have Io Sky, Chelsea Green, Lyria, Tiffany Stratton, Naomi, and Zoe Stark. I'm gonna say it's Tiffy time.
I wouldn't mind seeing Chelsea Green win it. It'd be like kind of like a Carmella thing.
I would love. It'd be like when Carmella won.
Yeah, like I don't really. You know what? Io was already a champ. Blah blah blah. Naomi, she's already. She came back, and even when she came back, a lot of people didn't even give a shit. There wasn't like a huge pop for her when she came back. It was just kind of like, oh yeah, Naomi's back, the bitch that walked out of the company with that other bitch over in AEW. So I'm not a fan of Sasha Banks. I honestly would like to see Chelsea Green win it. I like her. I think she's funny, and I love how Samantha fucking said her name.
I love Chelsea Green too. I think she's great. I like her husband too.
Love Chelsea.
But
yeah, Cardona's the shit.
Fuck yeah. Man, I would love Chelsea Green to win it, but Zoe? I don't see anybody in this match that's like got the stamp.
Yeah, that's the thing is like
so
the men's match.
I'm saying Steph. You're saying Zoe. Who did you say, Todd?
Chelsea Green. I want to see Chelsea Green win it.
Yeah, I like this.
She puts in the work, and she doesn't get shit.
He does.
Yeah.
She had great work in TNA. I don't care what anybody says.
So then we have Seth versus Damian. Seth wins it back. He's gotta.
Yeah, well, how about this? How about it? Let's hear it. Seth wins and then gets cashed in on.
Yeah, he does.
And whoever cashed in wins. So Seth gets it and fucking immediately it's gone.
Yeah, that'd be great.
Drew McIntyre, baby. Yeah.
But I also, in the same respect, kind of hate cash-ins the same night. I like the weight. Yeah. I like the longevity of it. I like the you never know. You almost forget about it sometimes kind of deal.
I like that.
And I get it. Sometimes it's appropriate, but to me, it's more of the fun of like, when's it going to happen? Oh, he tried, but something went on and he couldn't do it. Or she went over here and it didn't like, I'd like that. It builds more up to, what that whole thing is compared to just like, oh, he won that. And then 2 matches later, he cashed it in and fucking won. And it's like, okay.
So then we have Sammy versus Braun. We all say Sammy, right?
Sammy! Get a little loosey.
All right, and then we have Cody, Randy, and KO versus any 3 members of the Bloodline.
Really? That's a match?
Yeah.
Ugh.
Bloodline I hope wins. Randy and all them win it.
Bloodline wins, though. They have to win that.
Because I'm going to guess that the 3 members are going to be not Solo and the other 3.
Not Solo.
Is my assumption on who will wrestle because
it's gonna be Tama, Tonga, and Tonga Loa, and then it's gonna be Jacob Fatu versus the 3 of them, and Solo stands on the outside. Yeah, I'll have to go Bloodline.
I mean,
Tatanka versus
probably will,
Crush.
but
Holy crap.
I do want to see Randy and company win it.
Yeah.
Bless
Bless
you.
you. Bless you again.
Ooh.
You got a little.
So,
All right.
Yep, there it is. Yep.
Ooh.
Don't
All right,
forget to bring a
guys.
towel.
is that it for those
That's-
matches? I got a couple of things real quick.
Yep.
Me too.
So one, did you guys see the fucking Tiffy Stratton Nia Jax video that's been going around? Joe
With the
saw it.
lip slip?
Drew, yeah, Drew, you'll have to look it up and watch it. It's pretty funny.
Can I look at it on my work computer?
Yeah.
No.
Okay.
So the other night was Forbidden Door in AEW. I don't know any of the matches.
Forbidden Door.
Fucking apparently, I will always call her Sasha Banks because Mercedes Moné is fucking stupid. The CEO is fucking stupid. She won. She has 2 titles
Yes,
now.
get
I
Drew
don't
over.
like her, Drew. Like I fucking can't stand her.
I don't like her either, but damn, dude, you're going into the business for yourself. Holy crap.
But she has 2 titles all of a sudden.
Not for
And
long.
Britt Baker came back, which again, I guess she was hurt.
Yeah.
But what I noticed with this, which I want to confirm with you guys in case I've misunderstood, when her name was up on the whatever you want to call it, Jumbotron, above her name said the role model. Now, doesn't Bailey go by that?
Yeah.
And hasn't Bailey gone by that for a little while now?
Yeah.
Britt,
Very
I'm pretty
interesting.
sure, like when I would watch AEW, I never saw that or never even heard it mentioned when like Britt was fucking wrestling. So I just thought that was kind of weird. And
My
then
only
Tony
knock on
Khan,
Britt is Pittsburgh.
Tony Khan spitting out fucking fake numbers.
What?
Oh yeah.
They're not fake. He knows them.
He said something
Their
about
numbers.
all their events last year or whatever brought in like 500 million people or some shit, and somebody debunked it and was like, you would have to have like, I can't remember how many like million people per show in order to achieve that number. So it's like, dude, don't lie. Just say, hey, we've had great attendance. Yo.
High five.
She's been using the role model thing since at least 2020.
Who?
Britt
Bailey? Britt Baker has?
Yep.
Oh, I have never like when I used to watch
I've never
AEW
noticed that.
and no, I never saw that, heard that, nothing. That's weird.
Savio Vega.
I like her. She's the shit. She wrestled Kayla and beat her ass. But yeah, no, that's all I had.
That's it.
AEW is weird now.
It's weird now? It's
Yeah.
been weird for a minute.
It's gotten weirder.
Weirder.
It's just not creative anymore.
It's not. But I am super happy about Swerve. I love Swerve Strickland.
Yep.
I've liked him since Lucha Underground when he was Kill Shot. Him and AR Fox put on some really good matches. Bam Bam Bigelow and Razor Ramon. But do you guys know what happened on July 1st, 1991? I know you know because I already
What
told
happened,
you.
Drew?
Jim
What
Hurt
happened?
stripped Flair of the WCW Heavyweight Championship because he jumped ship to WWF. Whoever thought that was going to happen? I remember being a kid and going like, holy shit, Ric Flair's in the WWF. Blew my freaking mind.
Right.
And I just so happened to start looking up this day in wrestling history today, obviously. It was the first one. I was like, wow, what a weird one to get started on. So, yeah, just a little tidbit for you.
I like it.
Woo!
All
That should be
right.
another Drew segment.
So tune in. Yeah, no. Today in wrestling history.
Today in
wrestling
history. Get him, Tatanka.
Mondays, the Todd and Joe Morning Show. This upcoming week, it'll be Wrestle Fandom related.
I just threw my back out.
And
You're
then
old.
Oh, words do hurt.
Tuesday nights, check us out here. Wednesdays, Masterpiece Movie Theater. And then when I have time, the Weekly Bugle, and when I have people to interview, well, Stepping Stones on Friday. But
Why don't you interview
Stones?
It's so me.
I don't like him.
Oh, I see that.
He's a polished turd.
You can't.
Nerd.
Hey, speaking of polished turds, you see that Snyderverse movie's coming